This is the American Standard Champion 4 one-piece toilet. If you've ever spent way too much time researching toilets, trying to understand what matters and what doesn't, I totally get it. I was in the same spot before picking up this model. So for today's quick review video, I want to share how this toilet actually performs from the perspective of a regular homeowner, not just someone repeating technical jargon. When I first got this toilet, I honestly had a few concerns. Would the shape be comfortable? Is the one-piece design actually worth it? And above all, could it live up to all those claims about powerful, clog-free flushing? Over time, I've been able to see what really stands out about this model and where there's room for improvement. If you're looking for straightforward answers, I hope my personal experience can help you out. Let me start with the design, because that's what caught my eye from the beginning. The Champion 4 is a one-piece toilet, which means both the tank and the bowl are fused together as a single unit. This not only gives it a really smooth, modern look, but also makes it super simple to keep clean. There aren't any annoying gaps or hard corners where dirt and grime usually collect. Just a quick wipe down, and it actually stays looking spotless. The white finish is pretty classic, and the toilet just blends in with most bathroom decor without drawing too much attention. The edges are gently rounded, and the overall is up-to-date but not flashy. I also noticed it feels solid. At 115 pounds, this thing is sturdy, definitely not flimsy or lightweight. The toilet seat itself is elongated, which just means the bowl stretches out a bit further in the front compared to standard round bowls. In my opinion, this makes it way more comfortable to sit on, especially for adults or anyone who values a bit of extra space. The seat included is fairly standard, plastic, slow close, which stops it from slamming down loudly. But if you're someone who's really picky about your seat, you might want to upgrade later. The chair height feature is worth highlighting too. The bowl comes up to about 16.5 inches, which is a couple of inches higher than traditional toilets. For me, and especially for my taller husband, it's a much more natural position, almost like sitting in a regular chair. If you've got mobility issues, or just don't like squatting down low, this detail makes a big difference. I'm about 5'5", and I find it comfortable too. Though if you're quite a bit shorter, or you're buying for young kids, it could feel too high. From my experience, installation was pretty typical for a toilet. The box comes with everything you need, including the seat, but be aware, you'll definitely need a new water supply line and a few basic tools. The instructions from American Standard are pretty clear, so if you're comfortable with basic home projects, you can handle this. But if you're not, it's worth hiring a plumber. It's also heavy, so you'll want help moving it into place. A small thing, but worth mentioning. The chrome flush lever looks nice and works smoothly, but it does take a bit of force to push down. Not a big deal for adults, but it might be tough for little kids or anyone with hand strength issues. Let's talk about everyday use. This, in my opinion, is where the Champion 4 shows what it can really do. The key feature American Standard talks up is the 4-inch flush valve. Most toilets have a 2-inch valve, which controls how quickly water comes out of the tank. With a 4-inch valve, this toilet lets a bigger volume of water into the bowl fast, and that means a much more powerful, effective flush. They claim it can move a mass 70% larger than the industry standard. Honestly, after more than 2 years owning this unit, I can confirm that the performance matches these claims. I haven't had to deal with any annoying clogs or backups, and I don't even remember the last time I used a plunger in my guest bathroom where this lives. You press the lever, the bowl clears instantly, and there's no lingering mess left behind. Water usage is worth bringing up too. At 1.6 gallons per flush, it's not quite as low as some super water-saving toilets, but for me, the trade-off is worth it. I'd rather use a little more water if it means avoiding double flushes or plunging. I still feel like it's efficient enough for daily use and safe for my plumbing, especially with a family using the bathroom all day. A subtle but super useful touch is the EverClean surface, which is actually a special coating on the porcelain. I didn't think this would matter much, but it really does stop stains and odors from building up. I spend way less time scrubbing this toilet compared to my old ones. A quick wipe every few days keeps it shining. Even after several years, there's no scratching or dull patches. Something that surprised me is how quiet it is. The flush is powerful, but not super loud or jarring. That's a nice bonus, especially if your bathroom is next to bedrooms or living spaces. The slow close seat also adds to the quiet. No more bang in the middle of the night. Now, even with all the positives, there are a couple of things I wish were better. The biggest issue for me is the seat. Like I said, It's standard quality plastic, not particularly cushy or premium. It's held up fine so far, but at this price point, a more comfortable seat would have been nice. I ended up swapping it out for a heavier, padded seat after about a year of use. Also, if you're buying for a household with very young children, the chair height might not be ideal. Younger kids sometimes need a step stool to use it comfortably. The last thing I'll mention is durability. I always wonder how well any big fixture will last, and honestly, this one has been solid. No leaks or issues with the tank or fittings. I did read that some people reported cracking in the tank or issues with gaskets, but from my personal use, there's been nothing like that. American Standard does offer a limited 10-year warranty, which is reassuring. In conclusion, I'd recommend this for anyone looking for a reliable, comfortable, and actually easy-to-clean toilet for their home. The key features really do what they promise. Fewer clogs, a powerful flush, chair height comfort, and low maintenance. From my experience, the only downsides are the standard seat quality and flush lever stiffness for small kids. If those aren't deal breakers, I think this is one of the best all-around options out there, especially if you want a modern look that's easy to keep clean. If you found this quick review helpful or have any questions about installing or using the Champion 4, please subscribe to the channel and leave a comment below. I always check back and try to answer anything you're curious about. Thank you for watching.